Welcome back, Cardboard Warriors. How you doing tonight? So I picked up a couple more auctions from Goodwill, even though after the last couple, I was like, never again. But I did pick up a couple more, and I'm going to open one of them now. I got two of them at the same time, and they just came in. They're both from the same Goodwill. So I'll open this one in the next video. This one, there's I'm pretty positive there's a couple beta cards in, so that one may be interesting. This one here, I'm not sure. Could go either way, and ironically, I paid more for this one. They both show just a couple of bulk foil rares, as you can see on the top there. But there was also just a lot of old cards in them, and just kind of a random mix of stuff, so we'll open them together. I do have a card scanner just in case I find anything that I think might be worth anything, but unlikely, to be honest. Mainly, it's got them going to be something fun to dig through because it's mostly old cards. I can't get them out of the package, though. And I just, after selling my collection 12 years ago, I don't have any of those old bulk cards left anymore. So, I figured this would be a good chance to get them. I paid, pretty much after taxes and shipping and everything, about $61 for this one and $51 for the other one, which is funny. So, as you can see, these were the kind of the rares that they had highlighted in there. So we got a Wildest Dreams pre-release from Kaladesh. We got a Fateful Showdown from Kaladesh rare. We got an Atarka World Render promo. I'm not sure what the promo is really from. It just says promo on it. 149 out of 185. Apparently that's a big promo set of some sort. Then it's a Healy's Artistry. Also rare out of Kaladesh. But then there was a good, looked like a really good condition, rare, I think this was a rare, Island Sanctuary from Revised. And it looks like it's pretty mint. It's in actually a good sleeve too. These there was a lot of auctions from the same store out in where were they? I forget. Oh, Pennsylvania or New Jersey area, I believe. And God, these are like not exactly perfect fit sleeves. I think they're like way too small. There we go. Might be perfect fit for a Pokemon or something. But yeah, I saw this guy and I was like, wow, that's a pretty well mint condition Revised Island Sanctuary. So not that the Revised is worth a whole lot. There's a little bit of play on the corner there, but nothing major. So I saw that, and then I saw a bunch of old cards in here. So I figured it'd be fun to go through and see what we get. I'm gonna put that in a normal penny sleeve because I don't want to try and bend it in half, trying to put it back in that super tight sleeve there. We got a Handwear Militia Captain from, what's that, Shadows of Innistrad? Yeah, I think that's Shadows of Innistrad. So there we go. Here's a flip card. We got Vespvale Cult Leader. I think I looked all these up and they weren't worth anything, but I'll double check. And a Metalwork Colossus as well. So you got 97 cents on the Handwear. Let me split these up a little bit here. Put the old cards in one pile and new cards in another pile. A Metalwork Colossus, I don't think this one's worth anything either, but a Kaladesh Rare. And then we got, alright, so now we're getting, 89 cents. So nothing there, but there is a lot of old cards, so I figured we'd kind of talk about some old cards as we go through here. And what's this, Conspiracy, I think? I think that's Conspiracy logo. I don't know some of these mid-era type logos here, but probably mostly commons and stuff, maybe some uncommons, like that one. So there we go. A couple uncommons. I'm not sure really if there's anything in these old sets worth anything, so I'll just kind of scan the rares. A Backup Plan. There we go. That's actually a Conspiracy card. I don't think any of those are worth anything. So kind of looks like just a couple packs. Oh, there's a Darksteel Citadel from Darksteel. Yeah, 46 cents on the rare there. So Darksteel Citadel, God, I loved this block, man. The Mirrodin and was it Mirrodin, Darksteel, and Fifth Dawn? Such a great block to draft. It was mostly artifacts. It was kind of like the second coming of the Urza's stuff, and the indestructible artifact lands and whatnot really help out the affinity decks. The affinity decks, I guess, nowadays they're saying that they almost broke Magic for a time, and it's pretty true. They were pretty tough when they came out. Fourth edition looks like Disintegration. I think that's fourth or fifth. Yeah, fourth, because I think fifth had the little Roman numeral 5 on there. So a couple Disintegrations. And a Fireball, good old school Fireball. Immolation, that was a Legends card that got reprinted in fourth. Ice Age, we got a Flare. Here's a revised. Oh no, that's fourth edition, still Shatter. A Meteor Shower from Ice Age. Fourth edition Fireball again. Fourth edition Sisters of Flame, they were from the Dark that got reprinted. Wall of Dust, I think that was Dark also. Shatter, another Shatter. And then a Fallen Empires. Oh, man, there's the value right there. Got to get that Fallen Empires value going on. So, a Dwarven Armor. Got an Uthin Troll. This guy had the coolest flavor text back in the day. We used to love this guy. The flavor text says, "Oi, oi, oi, me got a hut in here. Oi, 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 me smell the thing is near. Gonna bask, gonna gnash, and then the hut'll disappear." Troll chant. Kind of funny. We used to always chant that whenever we play him. We play him in decks, even though he's completely worthless. It's a 3-drop 2/2, but he does regenerate. But we play him in decks just to say that. Yeah, we were easily amused. Another Fallen Empires with some major left-right offset there. Yeah, Brass Claw Orcs, and then Fallen Empires was their first attempt at doing a bunch of variants of the cards, and it failed miserably, so I don't know why they keep doing it, but yeah. So, as you can see, these are both the exact same card, but different artwork. They had cards with, oh, there's another one. Okay, so they had cards with 3 different artworks that were all the exact same card. It was ridiculous. I mean, there's no point in it. I mean, the card didn't play any different. They were all in the same set. They were all the same rarity. It was weird. Nobody liked it. That's one of the reasons Fallen Empires was known as one of the worst sets ever. That and there's no playable cards in it. Got an Erosion from 4th edition. What do we got here? Glaciers from Ice Age. Another Ice Age Spectral Shield. Oh, we got a Centaur Archer from Ice Age. And an Imposing Visage from Ice Age. Goblin Ski Patrol. And there's a revised Dwarven Armorers. Just a quick kind of rundown on how to tell a revised from 4th edition is the date stamp down at the bottom. Plus, you'll also notice the 4th edition has a lot brighter coloring. You gotta be careful because some people will try and sell 4th edition off as Unlimited, because Unlimited had the brighter coloring that look very similar to 4th edition, but 4th edition will have the stamp down the bottom, the date stamp. As you can see, it says 1985. Revised was from 1984. So there you go. So there's one quick and easy way to tell if it's an old OG card or not. So there's a revised card there. Then we got a 4th edition one. Okay, so there's the same card, 4th edition for revised. You can see very different colors, a lot brighter colors on the 4th edition, and then of course the date stamp. So, and the artist name's a lot smaller, so even in a photo you can tell pretty easy which one's which. So, little knowledge for you there. And a Bird Maiden. All right, grab the next little stack here. Okay, we got some more Conspiracy, looks like. I think that's Conspiracy, correct me if I'm wrong. And a couple uncommons. Just looks like they just threw some packs in here. And then more Conspiracy. Pittsburgh Devils, didn't that just get reprinted? I think that just got reprinted. Well, bunch of Conspiracy stuff in here. So I'm not really sure what's going on with this auction, or what happened, what kind of how they got this collection. I'm assuming they got like a big giant collection. They just broke it up into 250 card kind of piles, and then they just kind of, the photos were just the cards spread out in some rows, so you could see some of them but not see a lot of them. So just kind of bought it not knowing 100% what was in there, but I could see a few cards, so I figured to stock up on some older sets that I don't have a lot of, just for giggles, and I got them pretty cheap, like I said. So all right, just a bunch of Conspiracy. The whole pile was pretty much just Conspiracy cards. There we go. Now we got something different. This is another 4th edition here. And 4th edition Swampy. 4th edition Giant Spider. More Fallen Empires. We got the Thallid Devourer. This one's got I'd say it's pretty much gem mint, you know, not much play on that one. Wow. This little Devourer saw a couple tables or two by the looks of it. He's all scratched up in there. Woo. Yeah. Maybe somebody put him in their bicycle tire, because that's probably about all it was good for. Thallid decks were a thing when Fallen Empires came out. A lot of us built Thallid decks just because it was funny to say. It's like somebody with a lisp trying to say salad. What is this? This has got to be a dual deck logo. I'm not too familiar with which dual deck that is. And more Ice Age cards. We got the old Scaled Worm. The old 7/6. Too bad he was an 8-drop and did nothing. Dire Wolves. You gain banding. You know what banding is? But only if you control planes. So banding was kind of weird. It was creatures with banding. You could kind of, when you attacked with them, you could band them together, and then you got to deal how damage was, or you got to decide how damage was dealt to them, instead of the opponent deciding how the damage was dealt. It's kind of weird. Hurricane for 4th edition. That was, I believe, uncommon. We'll double check. Just see, I don't think it's worth anything, but just to see if it was common or uncommon, I'm pretty sure it was uncommon. Hurricane. Oh, that's World Championship deck. That's not the right one. No, come on. Come on. Oh, wow, this is probably going to take a while. Only partly because this app is so slow, but the other reason is there's a lot of 4th editions. So it wasn't uncommon, worth a whole 26 cents there. All right. And more Fallen Empires. We got Thalon's Chant. And a Juniper Order Druid from Ice Age. This one actually did see quite a bit of play because of the untapped target land. Use this ability as an interrupt, in case you guys aren't familiar. We actually had 3 types of spells back then. I mean, of fast effect type spells, and that was sorceries, instants, and interrupts. And interrupts originally were faster than instants. So like the first counter spell was an interrupt. So they were the fastest. So this was a super fast ability. They eventually errated it to where interrupts and instants were the same speed, and then they created the stack. So that was later down the road. After I'd already been playing for a while, they changed the rules on me. And then I quit for a few years and came back, and they changed the rules again, and then, yeah. So we got an old Naf's Asp from 4th edition. 4th edition Nightmare. Nightmare was actually a pretty strong card in the early days of the game. Not so much anymore. Now, a 6-drop for something that's power and toughness is equivalent to the number of swamps you have is pretty bad. But back then it was pretty powerful, because you probably had 6 swamps out. Weakness from 4th edition. Go Fog. Couple Fogs. And Pradesh Gypsies from 4th edition. And then a Shapeshifter. Shapeshifter was pretty widely used in the early days as well. So, pretty neat card. And Celestial Prism from 4th edition. Amulet of Krug. Another amulet. Another amulet. So, 3 amulets in a row there. And we got Plains from 4th edition. Infinite Hourglass from Ice Age. This one might have been rare. And Soldevi's Simulacrum. Earlier than the Solemn Simulacrum. Infinite Hourglass was rare, yes. It's worth a whole 38 cents, but it was rare. What does it do? During your upkeep, put a time counter on Infinite Hourglass. During any upkeep, any player may pay 3 to remove a time counter from Infinite Hourglass. All creatures get +1 for each time counter on Infinite Hourglass. Wow. That's all creatures. That's everybody. Everybody's creatures. Yeah, if it was just your creatures, that would be worth some money at this point. Soldevi Simulacrum. I forget how to pronounce it. Cumulative upkeep. That was always everybody hated that in Ice Age. Cumulative upkeep can be rough. So cumulative means that every turn it expands. You get more and more. So first turn's 1, next turn's 2. they didn't quite do it cumulatively. I believe cumulative, if it, in its actual terminology, would mean 4 and then 8 and then 16, but I believe it was just doubling the initial upkeep each turn. I think you just added one more each turn as far as Wizards did it. I don't really remember. That was a long time ago. But here's a 4-drop 2/4 that you could pump. Basically had colorless fire breathing. Another couple planes from 4th. Scanner's still not reading this. Okay, so this was an uncommon from Ice Age for a whole 24 cents. So, Ice Age was a pretty terrible set, pretty much. At the time, we thought it was pretty good, but now looking back at it, it was a pretty awful set. There wasn't really a whole lot of anything good back then in that set. And that was the first set that they really kind of reprinted some old school cards that were worth a little bit via Icy Manipulator, and really upset a lot of people. Okay, Colossus Sardia. I did see this in there. It's not worth much, but and it's the 4th edition one with the terrible artwork. But the original Colossus Sardia in like Unlimited, Alpha, Beta, I think it was an Alpha. He was actually really, really popular card back then. Yeah, 39 cents for this one in the 4th edition version. But he was actually a really, really powerful creature back then. We didn't have any other 9/9s. I believe this was the first 9/9 creature in the game. So he was huge. And he had Trample. That was when Trample first kind of showed up. He did it on tap, and you had to pay 9 to untap him. So, but because he was really powerful back then, I mean, we didn't have creatures that big, and we didn't have ways to take out creatures that big, really. I mean, we did. We had some cards, but really, I think the only one that really eliminated him was Swords to Plowshares, which basically gave whoever cast the Colossus 9 life. So, yeah, there's that. Flood, Scavenging Ghoul. Figula, or Philgia, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that one, I never did. Another Ice Age one from back in the day. More conspiracy cards. The old lure. This was one of the first times they changed the artwork on a card for a different set. Originally, well, on purpose, they changed Plateau from Unlimited to Revised because somebody accidentally broke the artwork plate, I guess, that Wizards used, and they had no way of redoing it for some reason, so they just used new artwork on the Plateau. But this was the first one they did, one of the first ones they did intentionally. They changed the artwork, and it's, as you can see, it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, that's like a dragon lure or something, a two totally different types of dragons and a lure grabbing this little whatever that thing is. I don't even know. It was it's pretty goofy. It was Phil Foglio, which did a lot of popular stuff like the Mistress Factories and stuff, but yeah, that was just a goofy artwork compared to the original one. Venom, Cyclopean Mummy, another Udden Troll, Disenchant, Bird Maiden, Pearled Unicorn, Tranquility. Tranquility might see a comeback with all the enchantments that Theros created. The new Theros has got so many enchantments. And then the shrines. This wipes out all the shrines on one spell swoop. Take that, Shrine Boy. Spirit Link. Spirit Link was the first kind of time I think we saw Lifelink, really, on an enchantment. So, you gain 1 life for every 1 damage target creature deals. You may gain more life than the toughness or the total of the creature or player damaged by the creature's Spirit Link enchants. So, Power Leak, Giant Growth, 4th edition, Howl from Beyond. I used to love Howl from Beyond. I used to use this all the time. I put 4 O's of these in most of my black decks because that's a game winner, man. Instantly pump up your creature, you know. Ironroot Treefolk, Cursed Land, that was a rare. And we'll check that one. I'm kind of surprised the cards aren't quite as beat up as I usually get in these Goodwill auctions. Oh no, it was an uncommon, the Cursed Land, and it was only worth 25 cents, so not much. Alright, we just got one little stack left, and then we'll move along here. So far, nothing exciting. Kind of what I figured. I kind of figured, you know, a lot of times these Goodwill auctions, they'll put a couple of flashy cards on top, make it look appetizing, and then give you a bunch of bulk just to hose you. I'm sure a lot of these Goodwills have people now at this point, because they've done so many of these Magic auctions that they kind of probably have people that know what's going on, or they might have some kind of corporate hotline to call and ask about Magic cards or something. I don't know, but I imagine a lot of these know what they're doing, and at this point, just they're going to show you the stuff that's going to drive up the price, because you're going to think there might be some other good stuff in there, and then it's just filled with kind of more newer bulk stuff. As you can see here, there's a lot of conspiracy. I'll kind of go over the differences with what I get at the end here. There's a foil. Yeah, surprised that they didn't put that up on top of the pile. Throw that out there. Another uncommon. Mostly just conspiracy bulk at the end here by the looks of it. So, yep. Alright, so now when we compare, so we've got a stack this big of more modern bulk, and then we've got our little piles of older cards here. Not much, just a little bit of older cards, just to kind of try and like I said, try and make it look more attractive to people, thinking there might be something like a hidden Power 9 in there somewhere, you know. What was this? Oh, there is another stack here. Oops. Okay. Oh, a Homelands card. We missed a Homelands card. Can't miss Homelands. I thought we were done. Oh, there's another revised ATOG. Good old ATOG. ATOG was a beast back in the day, man. ATOG is kind of the, I think the influence for Ravager, for Arcbound Ravager, because you can sacrifice one of your artifacts and pump them up +2/+2, and you could do that as many times as you wanted. So it's kind of the original Arcbound Ravager. So Mons Goblin Raiders from 4th. Oh, we got another revised, a Disintegrate. Alibaba from 4th. Reprint from Arabian Nights, I believe. Then some more planes. Clay Statue from 4th. Living Armor. A Pit Trap from Ice Age. I don't think that's worth anything. An Obelisk of Undoing. Got 25 cents on the Pit Trap. Glasses of Urza from 4th. Got 25 cents there. Oh, 35 cents for the Obelisk of Undoing, because that was a rare. Glasses of Urza here. Come on. They were an uncommon, says not available. Let me fix that. Pretty sure it's not worth anything, but we'll scan it just to be diligent on our research here. Come on. If this app will cooperate. 4th edition, 25 cents. Yep, that's what I figured. So, and then we got a Mishra's War Machine that's perfectly mint. You know, nothing wrong with this. The corners are almost look like alpha corners. They're worn down so bad. You can see that the car just, oh, it's wrecked. Just wrecked, I say. Oh, that's a revised one too, of course. And then a Ice Age, a Ruined Ark. Oops, I moved my Ice Age file. Oops. Iron Star. Oh, wow, there's a Beta Land in here. That is actually a Beta Plains. It's a very minty one, but it is a Beta Plains. Look at that. Wow. I guess there was Beta Plains on both of them. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. I think we can't even call this one heavy played. This one's pretty much damaged. The corner is toast. But there was actually a Beta Plains in here. So one Beta card in this pile too. So I didn't even see that in the picture. So, wow. I'm kind of surprised about that. I'm not even going to try and scan that. And then Thanos Wand. It was kind of a big deal back in the day, but very short-lived. Obsidious Golem from Revised. Celestial Prism. Rod of Ruin. The Fountain of Youth. That one was used a lot back in the day. Another Golem, this time from 4th. Clay Statue from 4th. Draw Worm from 4th. Sandstorm from 4th. Giant Spider from 4th. Pit Scorpion. A revised War Mammoth. Yeah, all the all the older cards have definitely seen a lot of play. Yeah, you can see that one. Yeah. Word of Undoing or Word of Binding. Tap X target creatures. It was just kind of weird because that was kind of a blue ability, but here it is in black. Cool artwork on that one though. For old school art, that was pretty neat. The Armor Thrall, one of my favorite arts from the Fallen Empire set, but it's still worthless. You can sacrifice them to put a 1/2 counter on a target creature. Okay. For 3, for a 1/3. Yeah. Yeah, Fallen Empire is just not a good set. We got a Tsunami. Very heavy play like all the others, but that's even 4th. Withering Wisp from Ice Age. I'll scan it. I don't think it's worth anything though, but I think it was an uncommon. Plague Rats, a Swamp, and Hecatome. Hecatome I think was an uncommon also. Yeah, this was an uncommon from Ice Age. And we'll check the Hecatome. And then Touch of Death. I really liked the artwork on that back in the day, but wasn't terribly playable, because it only did 1 damage to an opponent. You gain 1 life, and then you could draw a card, but on the next turn's upkeep. That was a very common thing in Ice Age. Yeah, so the Hecatome was a rare, but it's only worth 51 cents. Draw a card on the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. That was a big thing in Ice Age alliances, I think. So you cast spells, and then you get the bonus from it on the following turn. So Hecatome, when it comes into play, sacrifice 4 creatures. At any time, you can tap target swamp you control to have Hecatome deal 1 damage to target creature or player. So, yeah, you had to sack 4 creatures and pay 3 mana to get it out there, but then you could sack all your swamps to do damage to your opponent. So, pretty neat card. Alright, so yeah, our total is, well, $5.45 for the stuff we scanned. Probably about $15 worth of stuff, minus the beta planes, which these in heavy play condition are still like $5-6. I don't know about this one because the crease in the corner there, that's kind of damaged, because you can tell from the back what it is pretty easily. So the back side's actually the more important side on Magic cards, to be honest, because if the backside's messed up like this, it will be considered damage because you can't play it in a clear sleeve. You know, so technically that doesn't qualify for tournament legality. As far as I know, I believe that's still the way it goes. You can let me know in the comments if I'm wrong about that, if they've changed things, because now nobody uses clear sleeves anymore. But I think anything that's damaged on the backside can't be tournament legal. You got to be able to play with it unsleeved for it to be tournament legal, and this would be considered a marked card. So there you go. But there was a beta card in here, beta planes. I did see a couple beta planes in the other collection, so I'm going to open that one next, so stay tuned for that. And then of course I will be getting, or at least supposed to be getting, a good amount of Zendikar Rising starting next week, so we get to start opening that stuff. So let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you picked up any of these Goodwill collections on here. They're usually pretty terrible. Like I said, I paid $61 for this, and I might have gotten, you know, $10, $15 worth of cards out of it. But it was just more for a nostalgic kind of trip down memory lane, because I wanted some of these older cards, kind of build up my my old card collection a little bit more again, because I do miss having all those cards and want to kind of eventually get them all back, even though I know these Goodwill ones, usually the older cards are pretty heavily played. But let me know what you think. Check out the links in the description below. There's a lot of links to cool stuff that'll save you money on cards. There's a lot of Amazon links to Zendikar Rising deals, and Watchy did say they will fulfill all the Zendikar Rising pre-orders from Amazon, and then hose all the local game stores in return. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. But there's Double Masters VIP packs for under 100, Double Masters boxes for under 300 in there. And even if you're not going to buy something Magic, if you plan on buying something from Amazon, please use that link, and whatever you purchase, I still get a little credit from using my link. And if I don't get a few more sales from there, I will lose my account, because you got like 90 days to sell like 3 items or something like that in order for your account to even be considered. So I would really love it if you guys would use that link if you're going to plan on purchasing anything off of Amazon, or check out those links for the deals on Magic cards. And and my address down there if you want to send me something open on video, and yada yada yada. Thank you guys so much for watching. There's probably some other video suggestions up in the corners. I really appreciate your time, and you guys have a great night. Bye.